What is up, guys? Welcome back to the video and to another vlog, and today's video is going to be based on how to make exercise fun and how to function on an active recovery day. This video is going to be highlighting the abilities of how to recover and how to manage that recovery without going overboard and how to make it interesting and tolerable. Let's get into the video.
I got my brothers and my fam standing next to me. I go to war for what I love until the death of me. You pussies quitting in the first is not a threat to me. Because what break me is what makes me, it's my destiny. I know we heard it all before, but let me give it to you straight. When you're back against the wall, you just step up to the plate. Who to call, who gon' fall, don't be asking who to blame. Go insane, ayy, since I lit the flame, I ain't scared to burn away. Since I lit the flame, I ain't scared to burn away. Yeah. Leave a trail behind, leave a fucking grail behind. Snails getting turned into the cargo that we left behind. Getting to your prime, we the dons, upper echelon. Run the field like Megatron, always keeping pressure on. I got bitches picking sides.
So the first thing we're gonna do is take a little bit of this NZE. What this stuff is it's cognitive functionality at its finest. It's a little pouch you put in your lip, and what this has is 50 milligrams of caffeine. And I'm gonna read you off the label of it. There's alpha GPC 40 milligrams, L-theanine 40 milligrams, and L-tyrosine 40 milligrams. All of these things are going to be beneficial for cognitive function, brain support, mood, and energy. So we're gonna pop one of these bad boys in, and we're gonna get walking and onto the video. Right on that upper decker. Peppermint. And let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is active recovery. And active recovery is one of those things that gets talked about a lot, but also is misunderstood in almost every single situation. And what I mean by that is that when people think of an active recovery day, they think of going into the gym and they think of doing an actual workout that's just lighter weight, higher repetitions, an easier lift, I guess. Instead of doing barbell presses, you're doing dumbbell presses with a lot of light weights and a lot of reps. That's not active recovery. Active recovery is doing a walk, a light jog, stretching, rolling out, some functionality exercises, band work. That is what active recovery is. And we're gonna go into topics of how to maximize each one of those and how to make them work for you within an hour. Even less, maybe 30 minutes.
He's a faker.
Didn't see you there. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna catch my breath because that was super cool. Going for a walk is an amazing way to keep your body active and keep your body moving. Walking, jogging, those two things at a 15 to 16 minute pace, that is how you can maximize the recovery aspect. You're not going too fast, you're burning calories, you're burning fuel, you're using your fat cells. You're doing it at a pace that allows you to stay in this kind of rhythm of exercise, and it keeps your body thinking and your mind thinking that you are doing some activity, not just a light stroll up and down the stairs of your house to the fridge and back to your bed. I just recorded this entire thing and didn't click record, so we're gonna try this again and perfect it this time. There's a few factors that you have to keep in mind though, and that is hydration and fuel. So on these recovery days, since you're not doing a big, massive lift or a really big cardio day or a boot camp class, you don't necessarily have to eat as much food, but at the same time, you still want to capitalize on your body's recovery aspect. So potentially eating a little bit more on these days as your cheat meal or hack meal could be really beneficial because it could restore everything that you've used throughout the week. So let's dive a little bit deeper into the food realm. So the food aspect, there are pluses and minuses of what to consume and how much to consume on active recovery days. Should you do your refeed meal on these days, or should you do a mega cut on these days to amplify fat loss, get you kind of into like this ketosis, or should you refeed everything and make sure so when you go into your next day of heavy lifting, your body is well oiled, well fueled, and ready to go at 100% versus the capped off of what you've used throughout the week and you're maybe at 20% remaining. It may be more beneficial for you refeed on these recovery days to refuel your body so you have more energy, more stamina, more endurance, and more longevity to put into your workout versus starving yourself and amplifying on like that so-called fat loss. Here's the kicker. Even though you're gonna be doing this like refeed day and restoring your glycogen, restoring everything back to 100%, that doesn't mean you can go off the deep end and go balls to the wall, Five Guys, pizza, sushi, and just eat 8,000 calories, because that's gonna put you back so much further than what it's gonna think you're gonna do by helping yourself. So if you want to go into one of those refeed kind of situations, be sure and be cautious of what you're putting into your body. Have a refeed meal, have a cheat meal, have one of those meals that you've been looking forward to all week. If that's pizza or sushi or Five Guys or Chipotle or whatever it is that you typically don't eat because you're on a caloric deficit or on a strict meal plan, make this one meal, just one, be your cheat meal. Not a cheat day, because doing that is gonna cause your body to go into a complete overdrive and you're gonna shut down and you're gonna feel like absolute garbage the next day versus feeling 100% fueled up. Camera's heavy as shit, man. The next topic, hydration. Just because you're not exercising does not mean you can stop drinking water. Like she is. Drink your water. I don't care if you don't want to. Do it, because you're gonna thank me later when your body is needing it and you have so much extra water in your body that you're not cramping. Especially if you're taking creatine, which causes your body to funnel more water into the muscles that are deficient. It needs water to push things throughout the body. So drink your water, stay hydrated, and let your body do the refueling it needs with the food and water that it has. Quick side note, everybody tells you to get this great giant DSLR camera, the Sony what do we even have? The Sony ZV-E1 with a 16-35 G Master 2 lens. Choking on water. Rode Video Mic Pro Plus with the Joby 5K tripod. It weighs like 7.5 pounds, so holding it is difficult. So if it's a little shaky, I'm sorry. I have it on dynamic mode, so it's gonna probably help with a little bit of the shakiness. But just know, my videos are gonna be like this. We do walking and talking and fitness help and advice. So that's how the videos are. And if you don't like it, you can click the little exit button, a little X in the top of your screen, and watch somebody else. But finish this video before you do that, please. We just need a quick break from our sponsor to give us a few details on what you should do right now.
Like the video, hit the subscribe button, and follow for more videos. And leave a comment, but only positive ones.
So do all of that right now before we get into the next topic, which is how to make exercise a little bit more fun. But first, we have to touch on one more quick subject of the best ways for active recovery. We've talked about walking and jogging at a steady pace. We're now going to talk about rolling out, stretching, dynamic warm-ups, those kind of things. So band work, dynamic warm-up, light stretching, those three things are going to also be incredibly important when you are doing your active recovery day. As we've realized, we have two words in active recovery. Active, which is the walking and jogging, and then the recovery, which is the stretching, dynamic warm-up, and band work. This is something that everybody can do. It's super simple, super cost efficient, and very easy to manipulate. All you need to do is go to Amazon, where they sell bands. Get a pack of 3. They usually have different frequencies of tension. There's a yellow one, an orange one, a green one, a blue one, and a red one, and they usually go up in order like that. Get a set of bands, and I'm gonna post a video in the description of what you should do if you have time for some active recovery. It's super simple. You can do it on your bedroom floor, your kitchen floor, in a door frame, on your backyard, on your porch. You can do it wherever and whenever, even in your car. You're gonna take those bands and you're gonna do rotator cuff exercises. You're going to do hip thrusts. You're going to do neck exercises. You're going to do a bunch of things that can just kind of get a little bit of blood flow into the entirety of your body to fill every muscle with some activity. These are also good ways to do manual strengthening. You can help strengthen the micro muscles that are a little bit deficient in everything else. You do bicep curls for your bicep muscles, but you don't do a lot of forearm or wrist exercises. Band work is a very easy way to hyperfixate on wrist, finger, things like that don't usually get targeted often, or they're like a secondary option. This is a day where you can target those microfibers of the smaller muscle groups. I must have hit a button and made it auto zoom. Dynamic exercises and dynamic workouts are very simple. Jumping jacks, burpees, crunches, sit-ups, pull-ups, things that have to do with just your body weight and just very minimal amount of fatigue involved in it. Those things will just get your blood flowing, and you're gonna do these before you go for your walk or your jog. This is gonna get your blood flowing, gonna get everything moving. Then you can go for your walk or your jog. Then you can go into some band work, and then you can go into some self-stretching, which could take 15-20 minutes, all in 1 hour. You have done a walk for 15 to 20 minutes. You will do dynamic exercises for 5 minutes. You are at 25 minutes. You will then, or do it for 10 minutes, I don't care. 30 minutes, make it even. Then you are going to do 20 minutes of self-stretching. You are at 50 minutes. You are going to do 10 minutes of thinking about how much you love exercise and programming and going over your program for the next day. There's your hour. You have completed a full day of exercise on an active recovery standpoint. Now into the next subject of how to make it fun and how to make it exhilarating, and how do you do it without losing interest. You can walk around somewhere where you have a nice view. You can do it on a track outside. You have stress, you have anxiety, you have work, you have friends, you have relationships. This is your time to de-stress. Listen to your audiobook like my wife is doing. That is one way of making sure that you are staying positive and having a positive outlook on these like recovery days, which don't seem to be very fun for most people, especially me. But I'm the worst one here because I literally own a stretch therapy company. How often do I stretch myself? Maybe once a week. And that's super transparent with you guys. I tell all my clients to do it every single day when they don't see me. I barely do it. Not because I don't want to, I don't have time. I tell all my clients, you got time. I know I have time. Active recovery, I have been incorporating in once a week. I train 5 days a week. Saturdays are typically our active recovery day. Sundays are a complete rest day where we just kind of fuck off and just have fun. So on these recovery days, I need you guys to really take stretching into account. That is going to make or break a life-changing cycle of success. Now, as you can see, we're walking at a little bit of a slower pace. Hurt her ankle. A hurt ankle is an exact reason of why you want to be focusing on active recovery days. It prevents future injuries and it allows you to be sustainable for long-term success. When you have an injury, that defeats your entire morale of wanting to exercise. You got injured on doing something that you thought was going to be fun and exciting and new, and now it has this bad taste to it because you hurt yourself while doing it. That is exactly what we don't want to happen. So stay on top of these routines of active recovery, and it will prevent you from having that negative outlook on workouts and exercise. So there's a bunch of other ways that you can make exercise fun and interesting. What makes it fun and interesting for you?
Being distracted, so not so much focusing on how much time you have left or how much time you've done. So music, audiobooks, walking with a friend, like just kills time quicker.
Those are a couple other ways that you can make exercise tolerable when you're doing it, especially, like I said, on active recovery days when you don't want to do it because it is just like the hard labor of working out. Working out is easy and fun when you have a structure. It's the days that you have to do recovery stuff, extra cardio. Those are the days that make or break your cycle and your routine. If you capitalize on it, you will see success. So what we've covered is, on these recovery days, do a 15 to 20 minute mile pace. That'll keep your body moving, keep everything attributed, and stay hydrated the entire time. We've also covered, in order to make it sustainable in the future, stay fueled. Have a cheat meal and refeed meal on these days to make sure that your body is well adjusted for the week to come. We've also established that you want to make this an enjoyable time. So you want to be listening to an audiobook, a playlist that you just compiled, outside in nature, somewhere where you can actually be present on the outdoors and enjoy the time and the quality of air and life. We've also established that dynamic workouts, band work, and self-stretching are vital to keeping your body actively moving and sustained for when you go into your gym routine later in the week. These things are incredibly important for your future self. If you are staying up to date with this now, 10 years from now, you are going to thank yourself because you are going to be able to play with your kids, your grandkids, and your grandkids. This is creating a generational wealth of health. So I hope this video has been a little informative for you. I hope you guys have learned something about how to make exercising fun. I hope this has helped you kind of give an understanding of what you should be doing on active recovery days, band work, stretching, mile walk, something to keep your body engaged and hopeful for the next week. Be sure to keep your body fueled with a refeed, cheat meal, and stay hydrated so your muscles can stay well balanced and nourished during your entire day of exercise. My name is Noah. Thank you for stopping by today's video. Right here, you're gonna see my past video. I want you to click on that link and watch that right now. And I want you to hit this button right here to subscribe to the channel. And in the meantime, leave a comment and I will see you in my previous video or my future video. Until then, peace out, bye.